For 4 years, the emergency alert system in San Francisco hasn't worked. So what will it take to get it back up and running? Money, for one thing.
Yes, but that is not all. ABC 7 News reporter Leanne Melendez checks in on when the system might be finally back online, Leanne.
Yeah, money, you're right, for one thing. Remember on Tuesday at noon. So, you know, come on, every city needs some kind of emergency warning system and one that doesn't rely on cellular. Now, yesterday, AT&T was down. Remember that? And had there been a true emergency in San Francisco, those AT&T subscribers here would not have been alerted. Now, the reality is that we are at risk for earthquakes, tsunamis, and potential weather disasters with no backup alert system.
San Francisco has a network of 119 emergency sirens spread out throughout the city. It was built in 1946, right after World War II. But since December 2019, they've been silent because of a cybersecurity threat.
We used to blow them at noon every Tuesday. It's been a few years, and I miss hearing them.
If you don't believe a cyber attack is possible, here's what happened in Dallas a few years ago. All of their sirens went off just before midnight on a Friday and lasted for 40 long minutes. 911 was flooded with calls from confused and scared residents.
So then you go to worst case scenarios. What is happening? Do I need to wake my kids up? Do I need to gather my things? What's happening?
That was a wake-up call for San Francisco, which acknowledged that at any time, a hacker could potentially get a hold of its frequencies and codes. Here's Mayor London Breed at a disaster council special meeting 6 months ago.
We unfortunately had people who had access to the system who could use it for the wrong reasons.
So San Francisco has been working to deliver a new state-of-the-art system, except that the city eventually determined that it didn't really have the money to upgrade the entire system. Then came the Maui fire. While the siren system there was online, the head of the emergency management agency decided not to sound the alarm for fear it would confuse people into thinking it was a tsunami warning and people would run uphill towards the fire. 101 people died. It left San Francisco wondering, what if the city had a disaster? With the siren system offline, the city had no backup emergency alert system. Instead, this is what first responders had to do in January 2022 when faced with a tsunami warning.
Tsunami advisory in effect, staying out of the water, away from the coast.
If a tsunami were to happen or any kind of emergency, how would you be notified?
I guess we wouldn't now if it's off. Maybe our phones would go off. I hope so.
Sure, 195,000 people received text messages through Alert SF on their phones. But more than 800,000 people live in San Francisco, and that doesn't include all the people who work here or visit the city. Mobile phones may not be the best way to reach people in a disaster. On Thursday, AT&T had a nationwide outage, so none of their subscribers would have been able to receive any kind of warning on Alert SF. Neil Humphrey is with Deepwatch, a cybersecurity company. He says the AT&T outage is a good example of why a backup system is crucial.
You have a physical backup system that has been in place for a number of years. It has the ability to do things over and above and beyond what current technology can do, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think it's way past due, and I don't know how long before they work.
Apparently, neither does the city. Here's what the head of the Department of Emergency Management promised in that meeting 6 months ago.
I think we expect in the next 6 months that this project will be well on its way.
Yet, here we are, February 2024, with nothing to report. Here's what we know. The San Francisco Department of Technology did an assessment and determined that most of the equipment was non-functional. We wanted more information and went to their offices and found the doors locked.
So the office is closed, can't get in.
So we called them.
But I wanted to ask you if we can talk to somebody from your department about the sirens.
Instead, they referred us back to the Department of Emergency Management. They, too, did not want to talk to us, sending us this email instead. Once funding is identified, the city will determine the most streamlined and cost-effective way to procure a solution. The first phase of the project called for replacing 27 sirens along the beach shoreline. A year ago, that would have cost them $5 million, but now The price has gone up to $7 million. In order to replace the entire network, all 119 of them, the total estimated price is now $20 million. That's roughly $168,000 per siren.
You want to get the best technology, you want it to be durable, you want it to be long-lasting. It's an investment worth making, but at this point, we don't even have a plan.
So Supervisor Peskin is threatening to introduce a supplemental appropriation, and that's when something is deemed so urgent that instead of waiting for the next budget, they ask for the funds now and take the money from the city's reserves, except that the city is facing an enormous budget deficit. Right. So again, it's all about the money.